And another movie of the week. Now hear me out, ladies, on this one. Taxi Driver by Robert De Niro. Now maybe you've seen it, maybe you're like, oh dear Lord. But listen, you've got to give this a chance. You really have. And we're going to get into it why. By the great Scorsese, by the great De Niro. That team of these two guys has been unstoppable in movie history. Unstoppable. And this is right at the start when they really started getting together, you know? And let me just say this, you know, this film is disturbing. It's disturbing. It can shake you. It can, you know, it'll crawl into your head and make you uncomfortable, you know? De Niro is just, wow, amazing in this movie. This isn't a film, no superheroes, no explosions. It's just about a lonely man, and a man who can't sleep, can't connect, can't just fit into the world, you know, and we get to watch what happens when that loneliness curdles into obsession. And, you know, ladies, don't dismiss it as just, oh, violent testosterone fueled drama. It ain't. It's not that at all. It's intimate. It's disturbing. It's watching De Niro slowly unravel piece by piece. And the truth is, we all know someone like him, you know, or maybe worse. Maybe we all fear that one day under enough pressure we could become this guy. The conflict is inside Travis Bickle, right? Played by the great Mr. De Niro. He's a Vietnam vet and he's in New York. He can't sleep and he gets a job as a taxi driver, working nights. And right away you can feel it. He doesn't belong anywhere. You know, he's alienated. He's like isolated, like a ghost in a city, you know? Travis, like, he watches the world from behind the wheel, you know? Pimps, prostitutes, junkies, politicians. He sees it all. He's seen it all. And he starts to hate it. And the conflict isn't just Travis versus New York here. It's Travis versus himself and his loneliness, his paranoia, his rage. And, you know, he tries to connect. He tries to date Betsy, played by Cybill Shepherd. And, you know, at first, it's almost charming, right? Almost. Almost, I said. The awkward, damaged vet falling for the beautiful political campaign worker, whatever you'd call her. And then he takes her to a porn theater for their date. You're thinking, oh my God. And just like that, he reveals he doesn't understand what the world he's living in. Like, that's the heartbreak of it. He wants love, but he doesn't know how to get it. And yeah, you know, taking a woman to a porn movie, well, that ain't the best way to go about things. But, you know, the rejection, the humiliation, the trigger, that's what pushes Travis further down the spiral. Now let's step back just a little second. Now, it was released in 1976. This is an old classic, lads, and directed by the great Martin Scorsese. In fact, he even has a cameo in it. He's the guy in the back seat asking De Niro to sit there and watch as his wife is up having sex with another man. He starts to go crazy, this guy, De Niro. All right, Scorsese. He pulls it off very, very well. He really does. And this was the role that cemented De Niro, really, you know, as one of the greats of all time. It really did. And it was nominated for 4 Oscars: Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Director. And, you know, the iconic line, "You talking to me? You talking to me?" That's from this movie, baby. And how many people know that, you know? And alone in front, like, he's standing there alone in front of a mirror, channeling the growing madness he's coming to. And it became one of the famous lines in movie history. Now, as the movie builds, Travis does grow a lot darker and darker and darker. You know, he buys guns. He starts training himself like a soldier again. He's doing push-ups, quick draw drills. You know, it's forming into something else. And it ain't a hero, let me tell you that. It's something much scarier. He goes down a really dark path. He becomes obsessed with cleaning up the city. You know, this isn't Captain America we're talking about here. Man who's mentally breaking, and his target shifts. You know, He's gone after the politicians, the pimps. He fixates on Iris, a young prostitute now. He doesn't try and sleep with her in this movie, okay? Well, that would be a weird movie to be watching. But he does try and protect her. And she was only 12 years old at the time. Sorry, Jodie Foster, who was playing Iris. So if you spot her, Jodie Foster, 12 years of age. Unbelievable. And he wants to save her. Now, whether she wants saving or not, he's going to do it. You know, and he becomes protecting of her. You know, like, it kind of becomes unpredictable. You don't know who he's going to hurt. But then you do believe that he really wants to save and protect Iris. And you can see there's still that human in the guy. You know, he hasn't completely lost his marble. He's saying he's going to use the darkness in him to protect, to serve. And then the explosion. Travis, you know, storms into a brothel where Iris works. Guns blazing, blood everywhere. And it's not slick Hollywood action. It's raw, messy, and ugly. You know, he kills pimps, gangsters, nearly kills himself, and he puts a bloody finger to his head in a mock gunshot gesture. It's kind of horrifying. This is the release of all that pressure that's been building since the first scene. And here's the genius. We don't know if this climax is real because the film plays with perception. Is Travis a hero in the newspaper saving Iris? Is he a hero? Or is this his dying fantasy as he bleeds out on a floor? We won't tell you the rest, but you just don't know. You know, like even I'm just 5 seconds ago I'm on about there's still a human in him he wants to protect, but then you know you do start doubting it straight away again. You know, guys, lads, that's the brilliance of Taxi Driver. There is no neat bow, no Hollywood. Everything's grand now. You know, this is a film of like alienation, obsession, and the edge, the really fine edge between sanity and madness. And it's timeless because even today you can watch it and see the same struggles that we all can have in life, you know. Isolation, disconnection, rage, you know. And that's why it's not just a man's movie. I think women can watch this and see the red flags in Travis and see how obsession can masquerade as romance and see how loneliness can curdle into danger. And it's not about the guns, it's about psychology. Robert De Niro's performance is chilling. Cybill Shepherd's rejection, heartbreaking. And Jodie Foster's role at only 12 years old, it's bloody haunting. It's so good, you know. Taxi Driver, it's not a comfortable movie. That is for sure. But it is unforgettable. You know, that's why everyone needs to watch it. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't stress enough. Taxi Driver. Peter. Wow.